This video is brought to you by Tall Man Toys and Comics. Do you guys remember Bob the Builder? Anybody that grew up in the late 90s and early 2000s knew what this show was. Bob the Builder was a preschool show centered on a builder and his trucks fixing things and going on crazy adventures. It was a small and humble show to say the least. It didn't try to put in one-liners or put in pop culture references like most other preschool shows or even other shows in general did at the time. Not to mention, it didn't pander to the young audience. The show had a lot of fun characters, fun scenarios, laid-back morals, and the concept was very creative and fun. I used to watch this show a lot when I was a kid, and I still remember some of the characters. As an adult though, I will admit it hasn't really aged as well as most preschool shows, but the show is fine for what it is, if you look at it as a kid's show. But today, I'm here to talk about one man, one myth, and one legend that nobody seems to really talk about. And that's a certain character named Spud the Scarecrow. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. Really? This is the guy you want to talk about? This mischievous scarecrow who just likes to cause trouble and Bob the Builder? Why talk about him? Well, over the years, he's kind of becoming one of those characters that is starting to grow on me. He's one of those characters that is so evil and so mischievous, I kind of enjoy watching him. But what makes Spud really fun to watch? Well, sit down, relax, while I'll take you guys on a character quest on Spud the Scarecrow. So who is Spud the Scarecrow? Well, he's a scarecrow who lives on Farmer Pickle's farm. Ooh, now we're getting dirty. While also living with Travis. Oops, wrong Travis. There we go, that's better. Basically, Spud is a mischievous scarecrow who wants to help Bob and his team, but doesn't get to because, well, he screws up a lot. And even when he does try to help, it ends up in a very bad disaster. So what makes Spud stand out for me? Well, the thing about Spud is that even when he does make a mistake, he does say he's sorry. But what makes Spud stand out than any other mischievous character is that even when he does make a mistake, he knows he's doing it because he's trying to be mischievous. And even though when Spud does try to be evil or mischievous, he does get the consequences for his actions. And he does learn a valuable lesson in each episode. On top of that, Spud is a very funny character. Okay, yeah, his voice gets degrading at times depending on which version you watch, but he is so entertaining and so funny, he actually makes me crack a smile once in a while. But the main question is, why does Spud do all these things? Maybe it's because of the fact that he has a very limited intelligence. Now I'm going to stop right here for a moment. What is a limited intelligence? How would you clarify this? Well, there are 4 types of artificial intelligences. You got reactive machines, limited memory, self-aware, and theory of mind. This takes us back to Spud. Spud only has half of these intelligences. He's not a robot, and yes, Spud has no brain, at least to my knowledge. But the main thing is, Spud is self-aware of what he does. He knows when something he does is wrong, but the reason for that is because he's not able to think what's right and what's wrong. And guys, let's get real here. He's just evil for the sake of being evil sometimes. He creates hell for those around him because he just likes to do bad things sometimes. I've talked about this in another editorial before, which, yeah, I'm still mad that I got age restricted, but there's mean people around the world, and we know that we as a society have to deal with those mean people, whether you like it or not. So, overall, guys, Spud the Scarecrow is not only a mischievous character, but he's a lovable character as well. Even when he's not doing something right, you know he feels sorry for it. But the reason why he does all this is because he has a lack of brain and just doesn't know what to do, doesn't like being told what to do. But he is definitely a good character to look back on and figure out why he is who he is. And while Spud doesn't really have much of a legacy behind him, except maybe a few memes here and there, he will always be remembered as one of the most mischievous characters in Bob the Builder. So if there's one thing that will never leave me, I can't be the only one who sees this.
No, I'm not. I'm a real boy.
Oh, sorry guys, I got a little carried away there.